So, yeah. But there was this place, I almost bought a place in Indian Rocks, and there was this little bar there, Krabby Bill's. And I'd go in there and I met such great people. They were mostly snowbirds, but I met a guy that owns his own hot sauce company. I met a guy that was the director of the American Medical Association in Missouri. I,
Oh,
I
yeah,
just met all kinds of folks in there, and actually, I'm still friends with them today. And I met them probably 15 years ago.
that's pretty cool. That's what we meet a lot of people in senior care. Like, you go and talk to these little old people and then they tell you what they did in their life and you're like, wow, really?
Yeah,
That's cool. They've done
yeah.
all kinds of things. Like we met the guy who invented the sprayer for the inkjet printers. Like when Lexmark was first doing inkjet print, like he invented that thing. I'm
That's
like, that's
very cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, except he didn't get to reap the profits of that trademark. Unfortunately, he got the
That's what he
patent.
said. He said, I did very well. I got a bonus, but mostly I got a plaque and they
Yeah.
got all the money. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a client whose husband invented several things for Sylvania,
hmm
and he had like 4 or 5 plaques, with the patents on them, but he didn't own any of the patents, and he didn't get the profit off of them.
Yeah.
All right, well, we should be getting started. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. It's good to see you guys. Talk to you soon.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
sorry,
don't
Mike Naresh, I didn't get to say hello.
yeah, don't mute me, buddy. I got
No,
to
no, no.
record. If
I
I'm
got you.
muted, I won't record.
Let's begin with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for it stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test: is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. It's a big microphone. Tomorrow, June 6th, 2024, is B-Day. 81 years ago at 6:25 a.m., the first landing craft on Omaha Beach landed. My father was on that boat. Within 15 minutes, half of the young men of his boat were gone forever. Most of those men lay in graves on the hill above Omaha Beach. Today, I would like to talk briefly about the Normandy American Cemetery. Omaha Beach was the site of 4,000 American casualties on D-Day. Perched on the bluff overlooking bloody Omaha, the Normandy American Cemetery sits on 172 and a half acres of land. The cemetery was established by U.S. First Army on June 8, 1944, D-Day +2. It was the first American cemetery on European soil in World War II. Over 1 million visitors go to the cemetery each year. Here are the numbers: 9,389. The number of graves of Americans who died during the Allied liberation of France in June of 1944. 9,389. 389. 22. The average age of those laid to rest is 22 years old. 3. There were 3 Medal of Honor recipients resting in Normandy. And here's a really hard one. 45. There are 45 sets of brothers who lie side by side. 1,557. The number of names, 1,557, carved on the walls of the Garden of the Missing. Please take some time tomorrow to remember. Inscribed at the Normandy American Cemetery are these words: think not only of their passing, remember the glory of their spirit.
Thank you, Phil. Here to introduce our guests and welcome to all our friends on Zoom. Thank you, Jenny, for holding down the Zoom meeting. We have Mike Baker.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Hello, everybody. Been a while. We have no visiting Rotarians, and we have no visiting Rotaract, but Colonel Chris Campbell has a guest, very special. Where are you, Chris? Janine Lambert, where are you? Please stand up. Welcome to Rotary.
Thank you very much, Mike. And now it's time for the lottery. Jaron, will you please come up? This month, the lunch sponsor is De Grata, and De Grazia. It's Latin. It means by the grace of God. And you want a moment to?
So yeah, I focus primarily on commercial photography, business, website, content, trying to show personality and the unique style that your business and your person wants to represent.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your good work. First number is 1351. 1351. $600, Queen of Spades. Hey, Yahtzee. And then 1303. 1303. All right. In the event Brian does not win, Chris is coming up. Oh, close but no cigar. Thank you, Brian. There's your $1 for playing. And Chris? Queen of Spades. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it, Gordon. And celebrating birthdays this week, Jennifer Ames, Bub Watson, and today, and he's featured in the Living Legends in the 5th page. Thanks, John and Christy, for putting that together. Merle Hackbart, thank you. Happy birthday. Merle Hackbart. So we've got some announcements around the world. We had to do that event this calendar year, and we had to raise $6,000, and it was a lot. But right now we're at $6,000 in raised money, $4,000 in sponsorships, and about $2,000 in tickets. But we're at about 45 tickets. Yeah, that's good news. Let's give it a. Now, the spirit of the around the world tasting and food and cultural experience is to get food from around the world and taste. We're going to have food from Korea, Thailand, Bangladesh, Italy, Germany, Sweden, the Netherlands, Australia, Guinea, and the USA and my old Kentucky home are all represented and more. In fact, there's Tom Evans. he's not here. Man, Dupree has been an amazing partner. They're an amazing partner for Rotary and our Rotary meetings. And they're an amazing partner for this event. We couldn't do it without them. We couldn't do it without the Signature Club. And we got a full page ad in Tops. We got ads in Business Lexington, the Chevy Chaser, and the Southsider. Ads started running on Kiss 96.9, and they're going to do live mentions and giveaways, and they're going to be at the event. So really exciting time. Next Wednesday, 6 to 8 at the Signature Club, $50 tickets, beer and wine included. Come taste food from around the world. Committee meeting. You see more information at your desk. We have a committee meeting. If you'd like to get involved or you'd like to volunteer, we'd love to have you. All right. And Marcus, would you like to come up for a quick message about the membership committee? Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Cross.
Good afternoon. Want to keep this pretty brief, but the great thing about where we are today is that hundreds and hundreds of people before us here in the Rotary Club have built this up to where we are today. We have a lot to be thankful for many, many people who have brought the message of Rotary to Lexington and the world. We've had a great run with the membership committee, and we hope to kind of reactivate it to get some new life into it, some new goals, some new objectives. And we are meeting this coming Wednesday morning, the 11th, at DV8 at 8:30. And we plan to meet the second Wednesday of every month at DV8 if that location holds. Great. If not, we'll certainly let you know. But we want to be there. We want to be active and alive, and we want to have people who are accountable. So we have some. Brett and I have been talking about some possibilities, and Bridget and a lot of people have moved this club to a lot of great heights, and we want to even go higher. So if you'd like to join us, please do. If you can't join us and have some ideas, please pass them on to Brett or I, and we'll pop them in the hat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcus. Membership is a daily opportunity for us to look at people. And, when I find someone who's helpful, someone who's kind, someone has a heart, a spirit of giving, I'm like, you are a Rotarian, service above self. If you know anybody like that, they should be a Rotarian. So thank you, Marcus, and hope to see everybody next Wednesday at 8:30 at DV8. A couple of weeks ago, we attended the Hospitality Association Awards. Jerry Vandermeer set that up. Jerry, where are you? I just saw you. And it was a big room, and they were giving out awards. And the Rotary Club of Lexington got an award for hosting in 2026 September. What do we have here? The Hometown Host Award for bringing the large club conference. Only 45 Rotary clubs in the United States are part of this association. It's very exclusive. It's a big honor to host this in September of 2026, and we won an award for bringing that to Lexington. So thank you, Jerry, and let's give Rotary a round of applause. Lyle Hanna was recognized. He started the Best Places to Work program. It's a huge event. I don't know how many hundreds of people attend that event. It's a massive program. He started it 21 years ago, Lyle. Yeah. Can you do a handstand on the way up here? Can you walk? I mean, you did a handstand every year. Come on up. Lyle's going to talk about the foundation event, but Lyle was recognized for running that event for 21 years, and this was your last year. So, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, hey!
Silly, come on. Now we have about 1,500 people that. Whatever. Never crazy. That's a fun thing, though. We recognize the top 100 companies across the state, and we modeled this after something that came out of Fortune magazine years ago. They would list the top 100 companies in the nation. So we started in Kentucky. Now it's in 76 places around the world. So it's really gone well, you know. But in Kentucky, we get all these companies together and we call them out. At number 99, you know, we count it down to 100, actually. But hey, I'm here today because I want to say something about Rotary. You know, Rotary does so many good things, and you know we have an endowment in our club, and we do a lot of things locally. But internationally, we have the Rotary Foundation. That's the group that has taken on polio as a challenge, and we're about to wipe it out on the globe, which is huge. But they do a lot of other things all over the world to help people in need. And our club is asked to please give money to the Rotary Foundation so we can continue that great work going. And actually, it's on a July through June calendar. So we have already put aside, our members have already contributed. Some people in this room actually contribute every month to the foundation. Others just give annually. So this is the time of year where they ask us to step up and do it. And we've already given $10,000. Our goal is to give $20,000 to the foundation. So we're trying to raise another 10. And we're going to do a special little event next Saturday night. That's the 14th. People don't have to attend it. They can if they want to. We're going to meet at the cellar. We're going to have a little dinner, but it's actually a Zoom meeting with clubs all over Eastern Kentucky. The ones that are local, like Georgetown, Winchester, Versailles, Richmond, they'll all come join us there. And all of them will talk about what they've done in their clubs, great things that are going on, and they'll share what money they've raised for the foundation. We hope to have about $20,000 raised by then. I think we're sitting at about $15,000 right now. 10 is already in the bank. Another 5 is people that have committed to it. If you want to join us there from 6 to 8 at the cellar, that's where the Signature Club is out on Lansdowne Drive. We're going to have appetizers. It's about a 2 hours long Zoom meeting with people all over the state. It's a lot of fun, but if you want to contribute, well, that's a nice way to do it too. So join us one way or the other. You don't have to come in person or just send a check or hand me cash. Anyway, let's keep Foundation going and keep Rotary alive and keep helping families all over the world. Thank you very much.
Good job. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yay. Now, of the possible negative outcomes, that was like that was really low on the list. Unbelievable, Lyle. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I was remiss. That was amazing. I was remiss. We're having a silent auction event, a silent auction at the around the world in Texas de Brazil. Has anybody been there? It is beautiful. And they've come out with carved meat, and it's basically what we have. And this is a wine for 4, a wine dinner. So all the carvings, all the food, plus wine will be on the silent auction. If you don't attend, you can go to Give Smart online. You'll hear more about that soon. But boy, we're right on time, and it's time. I'm going to introduce our MC and of the night, and Scott, Neal, and I have met for lunch and breakfast on a number of occasions, and I've gotten to know him pretty well. And he is a Rotarian, a man of giving heart, a service above self, born in Pine Knot. Anyone know where that is in McCreary County? And you served 4 years in the Army from 76 to 80, and then 6 years as a reservist. And then you went to Deloitte, and you were at Deloitte. You got your undergrad, and then your master's at EKU. And then you got your Master's of Divinity at Southern Seminary in Louisville. And Reed Polk was the one that really kind of helped you through that. And then I know you had mentioned that there was a time where you're like, I don't know, I can do this. I have so much going on, and I want to finish my Master's of Divinity. And you were thinking about pulling the plug, and Reed said, remember why you started. And that question, start with why. And a good reason why we're here today. In 86, you focused your CPA practice to a fee-only planning service. And then in 95, you merged, created D. Scott Neal Incorporated. And you've been doing this since 2018. You've been the chair for the scholarship committee since 2018. You're married to Jennifer and culinary culinary extraordinaire. Your son David is graduating next Saturday from DePaul University in Chicago, and here to MC our scholarship committee, Mr. Scott Neal.
I think this is my first time at this microphone, so maybe I can adjust to it. So, well, good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, guests, and more importantly, our students who join us today. Let me begin by saying what an honor it is to serve this committee, with this committee. Would members of the committee that are here please stand up? I know some of them texted me and said they're joining by Zoom, and so there's the committee that's here. Yes. This has been a rebuilding year for the scholarship program after taking a hiatus last year for whatever reason. I think mostly budgetary, but and suffering a loss of a couple of key members, mainly in the area of technology. But new member R.G. Conley, and I was hoping that he'd be sitting right back there, but he's in New York. R.G. Conley stepped up and he either asked, tagged, cajoled, or did something to his senior engineer who came through with technology that enabled us to be able to do this. I'm hoping that we can recognize Michael Finn at some point in time in the future when he's here. He may be joining us today from Oklahoma. If he is, welcome, Michael. Yeah. So this moment, gathering here in support of rising young scholars, is for many of us one of the most meaningful moments all year. It allows us to witness the intersection of two very powerful forces: the generosity of a committed community, the Rotary Club, and the determination of exceptional students who are preparing to make their mark in the world. Rotary was founded on the idea of service, selfless, principled, enduring service that can change the world. Whether it's digging wells in some undeveloped country, or eradicating disease, or mentoring youth, or supporting education, we believe in investing where it counts, in people. Nowhere is that investment more impactful to our future than in education. Education does far more than prepare students for a job. It equips them to think critically, to solve problems, to lead with empathy, and to serve the common good. In Rotary, we often say, and we've said it today, service above self. That's not just a motto, it's a compass. And Rotarians, today, that compass points us toward three young people who embody the very best of what we hope the future holds for all of us. Each year, our club receives applications from high school seniors all across our community. These are students who have shown academic excellence, yes, no doubt, but also they've shown integrity, perseverance, and in many cases, the quiet courage of facing personal or financial hardship. The committee's task is never, ever easy. We have far more applicants than we have scholarships to award. We look for grades, recommendations, essays, financial circumstances, but we also look at character. At that intangible quality tells us that the student is ready not just for success in their chosen field, but to serve others. In years gone by, since the scholarship's founding in 1960, we have typically given a greater number of smaller scholarships. This year, the committee decided and wanted to focus on having fewer scholarships, but having larger dollars behind each one. It made the job a little tougher in some respects, but I think ultimately well worth the effort. From a crop of very deserving high school seniors, this year, 3 students emerged who impressed us deeply, not just for your achievements, students, but for the stories behind them and the futures that you're determined to pursue. Before I introduce them, I'd like to invite you, Rotarians, to reflect on your own education. For me, and I suspect for many of us, There were moments when someone stepped in, offered encouragement, a helping hand, or an open door. Sometimes all it took was one person believing in us, one person opening a door for us. I would like for you to think back to your own education journey and recall the teacher or other leader who truly made a difference in your own life. Let me share one of mine. Betty Beardsley was a teacher who came to Pine Knot for 1 year. I called it divine providence, that she showed up from St. Louis. Her husband was a professor at Cumberland College. And she asked me one day, she pulled me, I signed up for her bookkeeping class. And it was the only thing that was offered in that period that I thought, well, why not? She pulled me aside one day and she said, Scott, you should consider a career as a CPA. I said, what do they do? We didn't have any in McCreary County back in those days. But her question meant all the world, the difference in my career choice once I got to Eastern. I had to choose between several choices. When I got to Eastern, then my freshman year, ROTC, Army ROTC was required of all able-bodied male students. Tells you how old I am. And a captain named Captain Hennessy pulled me aside in my freshman year and said, you should apply for a scholarship. And my mother said, are you nuts? There's a war going on. But I did it anyway. And that award changed my life in so many ways. I want to imagine the ripple effect that happens when we invest in a young person's future. Think of the teacher she might become, shaping hundreds of young minds, or the nurse that he might become, offering care in a time of crisis, or the businesswoman, or the artist, or the scientist who's working on a problem that the world doesn't even know that it had. That's what we're doing here, not just awarding a scholarship, but helping to unleash a lifetime of potential. So let's meet the students. First up is Charisse. Charisse Archer, come on up here. Charisse comes to us from Lafayette High School. Lafayette, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'll make sure I got that right. Where she's amassed an amazing 4.67 grade point average. I'm still working on the math on that. She's the recipient of the Junior League Community Impact Award, is a member of the National Honor Society, attended the School for Creative and Performing Arts, also known as SCAPA. She's in get this, SCAPA, and in the pre-engineering program. The Governor's School for the Arts, completed the Duke TIP program, and has been designated a superior thespian. She plans to pursue a double major in theater and criminology and tack on psychology in pursuit of becoming a therapist and a victim's advocate. She'll be attending Butler University. While the scholarship is a big help, she also plans to work while she's in school. You probably don't know what it means not to work, huh? Yeah, yeah. So I see that you're this pre-engineering student and you're a thespian and awards and drama and all that sort of thing. But what I'd like for you to do right now is step over here and introduce your guest with us today. Right here, right here.
Hi, I'm Cerise. This is my parents. So that's my father, his Ray Archer. He teaches at University of Kentucky. He's a psychology senior lecturer. Is that the right? Okay. And then this is my mother, Colby Cohen Archer. She is a private practice therapist, specializing in postpartum depression, and she is the best in the state. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. I like bragging about them.
Yeah. Super, super. Thank you so much. Oh, here. If I can get this thing out of here. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next up is Rashad Faulkner. Rashad, come on up here. Rashad is a graduate of the Opportunity Middle College, but really, I guess, does your diploma say that, or does it say Bryan Station?
Bryan Station.
It says Bryan Station, where he managed to excel academically while playing varsity basketball and running track. I have a question. Who in here knows anything at all about the Opportunity Middle College of the Fayette County school system? I see one hand. Oh, yeah, two hands. I I didn't either. But this is a program by the Fayette County Public School System that we all need to know about. So, Rashad, you attended classes at BCTC and got dual credit during his junior and senior year of high school. And it's a joint program between BCTC and Fayette County Schools. Back to Rashad. He plans to attend Union Commonwealth University, you may know it as Union College, and play basketball and major in computer science. RG, are you paying attention? He wants to make his presence felt in cybersecurity, sees himself working, maybe in the government, helping us to stay secure and to help eliminate fraud. He has a partial academic and athletic scholarship, but our scholarship, he says, will help him to defray the remainder of his college in order to leave college with no student debt. He also plans to work. So, yeah. Rashad? Thanks so much. Yeah. Oh, Rashad, come back up here. Introduce who you brought with us today. Brought with you today.
Hello, my name is Rashad Faulkner, and this is my mother, Shakira Faulkner. She's a middle school teacher at Crawford Middle School. She's the very best in my world, and I love her. Thank you.
Next up is Nakari Ellington. Nakari graduates with distinction from Henry Clay, maintained a 4.0 grade point average, and I just met her chemistry teacher, which she'll introduce just in a moment. AP chemistry. I said, ooh, I stayed away from that. She did all that while playing in the wind ensemble and the jazz band, and she served as senior representative and a member of the Henry Clay Honor Society. Nakari's been described as a fierce advocate for causes she believes in. She told the committee, as a first-generation student, this scholarship represents far more than financial support. I see it as an opportunity to honor the sacrifices that my mother has made to provide for us. She's given me some things that no one can take away. Things like resilience, unwavering love, and an ambition that pushes me to achieve great things, end quote. He'll be attending the University of Kentucky and plans to pursue a career in medicine, and also plans to work while attending school. Nakari, I have a question for you. Come over here for just a second. Imagine if you could take a road trip with someone living or dead.
All right.
Who would that be, and why would you choose them?
I'd say my mom, obviously. Sometimes we, get on each other's nerves, but it's just a part of who we are. But without her, I wouldn't be able to do or be where I am today.
Yeah. And so now take a moment and introduce your guest to us.
I have my youngest sister. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have my little sister. She goes to Henry Clay as well. She's a sophomore. Her name's Natia Ellington. I have my mom, Shalonda Ellington. She's just the best, and she's done everything for me. I have my great AP chemistry teacher, Miss Caroline Thornberry, here with me today. And then I have my amazing counselor, Miss Heather Manning. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to get the scholarship. She gave me she just sent it to me and was like, I feel like this would be a great match for you. So thank you all for coming today.
Thank you. Yeah, hang on to that. Students, I forgot to mention, if you opened up the folder and you didn't see money in there, you won't find it there. That'll be coming, but I want to impress upon you the need for us to have a very good mailing address. The treasurer has to have that to get the checks out. Be sure that we have that, please. And also, please keep in touch. We've had a hard time tracking down some of the students after they receive their scholarships and they go off to points far and near and far. We still have a hard time keeping up with them, but would encourage you to keep up with us and come back and visit anytime that you feel like it. To Rashad, to Nakari, and to Sharice, today you received a gift, but know that the real gift is the example you give back to us. You remind us that perseverance, what perseverance looks like. You show us how bright the future can be when it's nurtured with purpose and hope. And to all those who support our Rotary Club Scholarship Fund, thank you so much. This moment is yours as well. Because of your generosity, 3 more young people are stepping confidently into the next chapter of their lives, armed with not only ambition, but affirmation. Let us go forward from today, encouraged, inspired, and resolved to continue this good work. Because when we lift up young people, we lift up our future. Thank you.
Well done. Boy, that was amazing. And to the scholarship recipients, all we ask is that you pay it forward. You earned it, and the spirit of Rotary is helping somebody else. And when you live the spirit, service above self, you lean into people who need it, and we know that you're going to move forward and prosper. Thank you so much for all your good work, and good luck in the future. Yes. Yeah, and would you stay for some photos afterwards, please? Thank you, everybody, for attending. Thank you all for your service above self. Welcome to join us at the Rotary, the Around the World Committee. Maybe you can stay because we're a little early, and we're doing. And thank you. We'll see you next week. We are adjourned.
See you guys. Dean, it was great to see you today, my friend.
Yeah, good to see you too, buddy. Have a
Take
good
care of
one.
yourself.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.